I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's fight.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on, get focused, get your mind on the...
Let's go.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
Let's do it.
now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Right, let's go out there, get your boxing back together. Listen,
Do your business.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Get back out there and switch on. Get this back. Okay, now you're switching off. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Let's go out there.
And back.
switched off completely. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
Let's do it.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. You've been coasting this fight, and now you've let him get back into it. Now...
Let's go.
General's back in the building. Trust. Tell him man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kishes. And my fit stay clean like dishes. That's why gal wanna give man kisses.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's the Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Missed with that right uppercut. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
A flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
A perfect counter shot. Straight right just misses. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The right hook just missed. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Did well to block that right hook. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match? And there's the bell for round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Nice counter shot. Tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Amir Khan in some real trouble. How are they still standing?
3 days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
They both want the knockout. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Well done with that counter shot. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Fantastic punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. No rest for the weary. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Back into the fray here in round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close. Holding nothing back here in the round.
Punch, counter punch. Can't score with that jab. And he scores with the counter. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you got to do is you got to frustrate, man.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we're entering... There's the bell for round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
I hope this fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. Nice punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice counter. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
And he misses with that jab. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you're thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They block that jab. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about and there's the bell for round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Big counter punching. The courage on display here is incredible. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Just misses with that uppercut. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And that will do it. What a victory. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake.
Listen, you switched off. What you doing?
Right, let's go out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just get...
Let's fight.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp.